Hello there. Welcome to another episode of Tech Trends. I'm Olayemi Oshidende. On the program this week, it's all about STEM education this holiday season. First, we show you the She Creates camp where young girls are exposed to STEM careers through exciting projects. Then there's what some innovative kids have created with artificial intelligence. We'll give you more in just a moment. Do stay with us. This is Tech Trends, and I'm Olayemi Oshidende. The number one benefit of information technology is that it empowers people to do what they want to do. It lets people be creative. It lets people be productive. It lets people learn things they didn't think they could learn before. And so, in a sense, it is all about potential. From building remote control cars to getting hands-on experience with exciting electronic projects, the She Creates camp by WTech helps young innovators turn their ideas into action. The summer STEM residential camp for girls opened their eyes to future careers in fields like cybersecurity, digital safety, and artificial intelligence. Here's more. It's the long vacation, but for these girls, it's more than just holiday fun, but a chance to learn, create, and explore the exciting world of tech. They're spending time at the She Creates camp, a residential STEM training for secondary school girls organized by WTech.
Don't put this through like this. Don't put it through like this. Don't put it through like this.
Here, they're not just learning about technology. They're rolling up their sleeves and diving into STEM by building real skills, growing in confidence, and connecting with like-minded peers. From ideas to action, the young innovators are getting hands-on with exciting electronics projects this year, designing an IoT lighting circuit system using Arduino software. With just their phones, they can switch the program bulbs on and off.
We are working on our project which we named Automated Lights. So we use the jumper wires to connect our relay to the ESP8266. Then we use our zinc. We use it to connect it to the plug. Then we plug the plug into the sockets. Then we have done AI. We need to do IoT, which is Internet of Things. That's what made us to use our laptops. We downloaded the app, which is Arduino. Then we connect everything. Then we use our USB to connect our ESP8266 to the laptop. So we were able to switch it on or off from our laptop.
Turn on switch 3. Turn on switch 1. Turn on switch 1.
The camp combines industry exposure with practical life skills training, introducing the girls to career paths in STEM, from cybersecurity to digital safety and even artificial intelligence.
I learned a lot from the She Creates camp because before coming here, I was doubting whether I should study medicine or computer science. I had two fields, but coming here helped me decide that I'll pursue for my computer science career because like all my interests is what we are doing here. We had many classes on tech, like we created websites using AI. Then we also did the automated lights. As you can see, we are working on it right now. It is a smart home appliance that we can use our phone or our system to operate it wherever we are, all over the country. He also told us there are many more things we can create using it apart from these. Like he made example with smart home doors, smart home technologies. Like you can see a person, I have a house in Nigeria, but I'm in abroad. If I forget that I haven't turned on my light, I can just use my phone to easily turn it off. I don't have to come back here. Today we are going to start beambots. It is a smart home waste technology we are going to start working on today, and I'm excited. Like, I can't wait for it to start because I'm basically more interested in that part.
I have never known what STEM was before coming here, but now I even know the meaning of STEM and the full meaning. The full meaning of STEM is science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. We learned a lot of things like handcrafts, technology, and we even learned about web development. I never knew that I can build something so excited like that. But now I can even build it and share some of my experience with my brothers and sisters. So we can even use a phone or laptop to control our our device. So I could not even think about building something like that.
Refresh the page. Now you've turned. Oh yeah, it's okay. Wait. Now switch on.
Some of those who once attended the camp now return as volunteers, mentoring the younger ones and sharing their own journeys.
I was one of these girls 13 years ago, and WTech actually shaped my future, basically introduced me to tech, laid that foundation for me, and it led me to the path where I had to decide to study computer science. I have my BSc and my Master's in computer science, and I currently work as a senior software engineer. My journey so far was basically WTech. That foundation was built from here, and I'm happy to be here, but I came back here to just give back because when I reminisce on how I started my journey, I just always take it back to WTech. And now that I'm here, I can help motivate these girls, volunteer, and just help bring up the next hope.
For the organizers, it's not just about technology, it's about empowering girls to imagine, build, and lead in the future of innovation.
We teach them technology skills that would help them, in life. So apart from the classes, technology classes we run, we have public speaking, communications, and life skills that even when they leave the camp, they can apply it in the different fields and careers. So one of the things we've done with the Shikres camp is to evolve over the years. So over the years, we look out for curriculums. What can we offer these girls that they need in this present generation, and especially with technology evolving, we had to bring in different curriculums to make sure that we empower them, well. And one of the things we've done with that is this year we had courses on web development with AI. We teach them how to use AI, for growth, and then things around filmmaking, because we know that these girls actually need these skills. And and also one of the things we want to achieve is our girls have been empowered to also empower others, right? So we have girls that come back to still give back. We have girls that attended the camp 2 years ago. They come back to volunteer. We even have alumni who were facilitators of data science, and it was really wonderful to see them come in.
By the end of camp, these girls aren't just leaving with projects. They're leaving with a confidence that they can do anything they set their minds to, a sisterhood that will hold their hands, and the belief that they can shape the future with technology. At the demo day of an AI summer camp for kids, children as young as 6 showcase what they created with artificial intelligence. From websites and animations to music, podcasts, and AI for good projects tackling real community issues, the young minds show how they are already using technology in creative and impactful ways.
AI tutors that speak Swahili, Hausa, Amharic, and dozens of other African languages to include...
It's demo day for these young learners who have spent part of their holiday at the Future Minds AI Summer Camp.
To ensure our solutions respect and enhance existing...
Over 2 weeks, they've been exploring artificial intelligence, its ethics, safety, and how to protect their digital footprints. And now, they're showcasing what they created.
Using Suno to create music.
These bright minds experimented with new tools, built projects, and gained confidence. They created websites, recorded podcasts, composed digital music, designed animations, and even illustrated storybooks, all while working in teams to develop AI for good projects aimed at solving real challenges in their communities.
Since implementing EduGenius AI tutors, our students' math scores have been improved by 40% in just 6 months.
At the presentations, one team demonstrates how AI can make education more inclusive by adapting lessons into local languages. Another
So
team
first, we'll
focused on
present our song
environmental
made by
protection, showing how AI can help safeguard the
project
planet.
members.
They have been on a journey of discovery, not just about artificial intelligence, but how to use it responsibly, ethically, and for good, because we always have bad actors with any wave of innovation. They have amazed us all with their creativity, their resilience. It's truly amazing what the power of digital literacy that is in tune with the movement in any dispensation can bring. We often hear that Africa has the largest growing youth population in the world, and that is true. But I dare say that the relevance of that population is really important than the numbers. It's more important than the number, really, because if we're not at the edge of technological advancement, our children will not be able to compete competitively, even if we have the numbers in our hands. Africa is always seen to be catching up when it comes to technology, but you and I are changing that narrative today. But standing here today, looking at these children, I see proof that we're not behind. We are raising a generation of AI leaders, of technically responsible leaders who will change the world with innovation. Our children are smart.
The camp, organized in partnership with UNESCO, Oracle Academy, and NIDA, combines hands-on learning with lessons in safety, creativity, and innovation.
I've learned that artificial intelligence learns through machine learning. Like earlier on, before I came to camp, I thought AI was something that was a human being sitting at a computer that we ask something. But during the camp, during the progress of the camp, I learned that AI learns through machine learning. That AI has been learning from us over the years, and I've been teaching it actually. We made a website using AI and a video as well to show a way to end the problems of the earth like pollution and global warming.
I really love that my group's project combined many aspects of what we learned, like songs, how to build a song with AI, how to make websites, and how to make a podcast with AI. Well, so far they've taught us about how to make music with AI, how to make a story with AI, and how to make our drawings look more realistic with AI, like how to make a movie. All those things combined to make a movie. We came up with the idea to help the world with AI, and the theme of our movie was AI for good.
From building practical tools to imagining new solutions, these children are showing that Africa is not waiting to catch up with artificial intelligence, but raising a generation that is ready to lead it responsibly.
Every child on this program, all 60 of them, built their personal websites using AI. And it didn't stop with the prompts. They all have their GitHub repositories where their codes are stored. Every child made music. Every child created a future story. Every child made animation. We saw them do presentations on the stage with everything that we taught them. They were grouped into two. And the theme for their presentation was AI for good, because we know we have bad actors when it comes to AI use. But with the theme AI for good, they were encouraged to solve problems in society. We saw Group 1 present on a solution to help the planet become more sustainable. And Group 2 did a presentation that was focused on ending up child illiteracy. It's really exciting to see how they have transformed in only 2 weeks. It's a testament that our work has just begun and that African children are capable of being ahead when it comes to digital literacy.
Personally, I've practiced tech most of my life, and even though I started early, I don't think I started this early. I've seen kids under 10, 18 vibe coding websites today, just building AI animations, and also coming up with AI music. So it's really pushing the boundaries as to what AI can do right now amongst kids. I've seen kids actually do this because when I was young, there was no structure like this or no support system to actually provide this type of training, and seeing this happen is very inspiring, and I really, really hope that we can get many more young kids practicing technology and using AI tools to vibe code and be creative.
From building practical tools to imagining new solutions, these children are showing that Africa is not waiting to catch up with artificial intelligence, but raising a generation that is ready to lead it responsibly. The 2025 edition of the ICTel Expo rides on the theme Leveraging Technology for Innovation and Development in Africa, providing an avenue for tech enthusiasts, policymakers, and entrepreneurs to learn about the digital trends shaping both current and future jobs, businesses, and economies.
Thank you so much. I know there are a lot of other...
The conference on ICT and telecommunications also sets the tone for conversations on artificial intelligence, cybersecurity, data, and infrastructure to remind attendees that Africa's future lies in how well we use technology to solve our own problems.
Around the world, we see how technology is redefining productivity, reforming institutions, and reshaping economies. In developed nations, artificial intelligence, robotics, innovative infrastructure, blockchain, and precision agriculture are no longer the future, they are the present. The fourth industrial revolution is not waiting for anyone. And here in Africa, despite structural challenges, we have an unparalleled opportunity to leapfrog outdated systems.
The global wave of innovation is already creating ripples across industries. And as Africa's population grows younger and more digitally connected, so does its opportunity to lead in innovation. But that means building strong digital infrastructure, encouraging homegrown solutions, and tackling issues like digital literacy, access, and cybersecurity head-on.
The ICT sector now contributes nearly 20% to our national GDP. This progress is not by chance. It is the result of intentional government policy, bold entrepreneurial talent, and strategic investments in innovation infrastructure.
At the heart of this year's conversation is artificial intelligence, the buzzword transforming everything from agriculture and healthcare to education and even entertainment across the continent. But beyond the hype, there's a growing need to ask critical questions. Like, how do we ensure Africa is not left behind? And how do we develop our own talent, build relevant AI systems, and regulate its use responsibly? In one of the sessions, a panel of forward-thinking innovators, researchers, and entrepreneurs dive deep into these questions.
There are three things that come together in terms of this digital infrastructure mix. You've got to have the right kind of power to power. You've got to have the right kind of connectivity or the connectivity ecosystems, fiber penetration, actually meaningful broadband penetration. And you've got to therefore have the data centers. And it's when you have these that brings the capacity in.
Are we building innovators or just passive consumers or users? I would say that we are building innovators, but we still have a long way to go. Yeah. We have a lot of consumers, yes, a lot of consumers, but we have started building innovators. But the thing is that we are not at that level where, as a nation, we can say that we're creating our own AI models. But when I say AI models now, I'm trying to talk about LLM really, but there are different models we are creating. So, but because most people know about AI now is about LLM. So, and we're also not at the level where the AI is also taking into consideration our own context. So we are raising innovators, but we don't have enough the critical mass that will help us to push to where we're supposed to be as a nation.
How are you, for a sector-specific issue, what kind of LLMs are you using, right, to anticipate problems in that particular sector, right? And so, in terms of reviewing that, right, how do things match? As this sector is growing, how are you preparing to build with that sector? So contextual relevance is very important.
The consensus is that Africa must not just be a consumer of global tech, it needs to lead. And that means investing in people, platforms, and policies that will turn innovation into real, lasting impact. Oblivious to the punishing midday heat, a wheeled robot powered by the sun and infused with artificial intelligence carefully combs a cotton field in California, plucking out weeds. As farms across the United States face a shortage of laborers and weeds growing resistant to herbicides, startup Agin says its robotic solution named Element can save farmers money, help the environment, and keep harmful chemicals out of food. Warden, a mechanical engineer who spent 5 years at Tesla, went to work on the robot after relatives who farm in Minnesota told him weeding was a costly bane.
Each robot has 10 motors. 6 of those motors are used for the arms on the robot, and as the robot drives by, it's able to identify the weed and basically plug it out with a hoe as it drives by with precision. So it actually strikes the weed and pulls it out as it goes by.
According to Warden, weeds are becoming immune to herbicides, but a shortage of laborers often leaves chemicals as the only viable option.
Instead of saying, hey, we're going to ban these chemicals, what we want to do is provide an alternative that's lower cost than the existing solution. So it ends up not becoming a political issue if you can just say we have a better solution that's more affordable for possibly like the first time compared to chemicals, and that is also a win for the health and for the environment.
Element, the robot, resembles a large table on wheels, solar panels on top, metal arms equipped with small blades reaching down to hoe between crop plants.
We, companies like iGen, they may be small now, but we believe that they're going to be the industry giants of the future. So I think of like Ford and the Model T, or Edison and the light bulb. Kenny and iGen are going to be, industry giants of agriculture in the future. We're going to have their robots weeding farms all over the world.
The robot's AI system takes in data from onboard cameras, allowing it to follow crop rows and identify weeds.
I've never heard of any farmer that says, I want to use chemicals more than they have to use, because it's an input cost, right? You just have to spend money to use more of it. If they could use less, they will use less. The way that we're addressing the weeding problem is going back to the old age technology of using a stick with a blade at the end of it, which we call a hoe. And so we're combining the new robotics and AI with the old technology of a stick and a blade, putting it together and then delivering a solution to the farmers.
Agin's vision is for workers who once toiled in the heat to be upskilled to monitor and troubleshoot robots. Along with onboard AI, robots communicate wirelessly with small control centers, notifying handlers of mishaps. Agin has robots running in tomato, cotton, and sugar beet fields and touts the technology's ability to weed without damaging the crops. The company is focused on winning over politically conservative farmers with a climate-friendly option that relies on the sun instead of costly diesel fuel that powers heavy machinery. And it's a wrap on this week's edition of Tech Trends. I hope you enjoyed the episode and picked up something new along the way. Remember, Tech Trends is here to keep you updated on insights, trends, and developments happening in the tech space. Also, don't forget you can catch all our episodes on the channel's TV YouTube account. Make sure to watch, share, and like your favorite editions. For Tech Trends, I'm Olayemi Oshidende, and I'll see you next time.